doing? My name is Charlie. That's me.
Step back and watch the step cook.
You want 17 birds? Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. In my line, if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy, if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy, if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th curb.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta let you know that this video was brought to you by Manscaped. Big Manscaped in the building, bringing you everything you need, man. Everything to keep you groomed as a man. Use code Brunson, save 20% off, get the free shipping, and the free shipping I fall for that for y'all. Listen, man. Listen. You can't make it up. You know what I mean? I felt like we were solid at safety. You know what I mean? I've really been feeling like that ever since I knew that, Epps would get a chance. This is why you don't really hear me talking too much about the Jesse Bates thing here. I just feel like we solid at the position, man. You know what I mean? Marcus Epps is, turning into a candidate to be a day one starter for us this upcoming season. He's having a phenomenal camp so far. This defense and this offense, they're battling it out. You know what I mean? And they're making each other better. And that's all you can ask for out of practice and out of camp. You know what I mean? Epps has, been putting in the work. High praises for Malcolm Jenkins. He got some decent film out there of him making plays, always being around the ball. So all he really needed was a chance. But this is the thing I like about Marcus Epps, man. In his press conference, he spoke about, I haven't arrived. I still got work to do. He not even trying to talk about, having a good practice. You know what I mean? He's a guy that's just focused on, putting in the work and making things happen. Now, before we get into the day 3 camp notes, I will tell you what I am a little, concerned about. I'm concerned about how the Philadelphia Eagles are, in fact, going to use Hasson Reddick. Because when you look at how Hasson Reddick was used the last 2 years, he should be rushing. He should be rushing the passer. In his press conference, I believe it was yesterday, he talked about being versatile enough to, play in coverage and put his hand in the dirt. So let's talk about some numbers and how Hasson Reddick was used real quick before we get into, the camp notes from day 3. Hasson Reddick as a pass rusher, he was used rushing the passer in 51% of his snaps. So over half he was doing that. Run stop, 40% of the snaps. Coverage dropbacks, 8% of the snaps. So I feel like if the Philadelphia Eagles want to get the best out of Hasson Reddick, you cannot have him on the field in coverage for more than 10% of his snaps. I mean, he's a guy who's made his money and made his bones off getting to the quarterback. We should not try to change who Hasson Reddick is. I am extremely nervous about this. I'm nervous about, how Jonathan Gannon is going to have this defense out there, man. I'm really nervous about it. But so far in camp, the defense is making more plays than the offense. So you kind of got to be optimistic about, how the defense is going to perform week in and week out against different quarterbacks. Like, this is a different defense. There's a lot of talent on that side of the ball. From Bradbury to Raddick to Kaiser White to Nakobe Dean. And we even heard about Jordan Davis having a really, really good camp today as well. So, you know what I mean? Our defense is giving our offense fits. So I expect this to carry over into the regular season because as a unit, they seem to be gelling together more quickly than the offense is. And you gotta love it. You know what I mean? They're rallying around each other. If one of them makes a big play, they're all excited for each other. And you know what I mean? And I think this competition between A.J. Brown and Darius Slay is definitely getting the most out of, a lot of players that's watching this. You know what I mean? To see a top wide receiver and a top cornerback go at it in practice the way they've been going at it so far is just remarkable. Listen, I'm sure they cool. I'm sure they friends, but they want to get the best out of each other. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? So let's tackle these notes real quick. Miles Sanders was back with the first team today after spending time on the second team yesterday. It seems like Nick Sirianni wants to rotate him there. You know what I mean? Not too much of a big deal for me. Hurts threw a pass to A.J. Brown along the right sideline. Brown stiff arm Slay after the catch. You know what I mean? Two dogs fighting. We just talked about that. Devontae Smith had a really impressive grab with his arms extended running towards the sideline while being heavily covered. A great play. Smitty does that. Smitty does that. Hurts rolled to the left and threw across his body. That's all. That's the first error right there. You could stop at that sentence. You could know that 80% of the time when you rolling to one side of the field and you're throwing across your body to the opposite side of the field, that disaster can strike that way. You don't even do that in Madden. So I don't know what he was thinking right there, man. But you know what I mean? It's a mental error, man. You know, it comes with repetition. It comes with reps and understanding where your players are, understanding what you should be doing. But Hurts rolled to the left, threw across his body, only to be picked off by Andre Catre. Bad decision, very bad decision. Britton Covey had a really nice catch in one-on-one drills. Quez Watkins was burning Avonte Maddox consistently on one-on-one drills. So if Quez Watkins is in that slot doing that to Maddox, I expect Quez Watkins to be available for some big time plays this year. Kayvon Wallace is having a solid training camp so far. I like to hear that. Made a very nice tackle on the screen pass. I like to hear that from Kayvon Wallace, man. That's what I like to hear. Jalen Hurts underthrew a pass to Devontae Smith that was nearly intercepted by James Bradbury. I mean, we could just call that an incomplete. I don't know why we got to have the details of, you know what I mean? Anyway, A.J. Brown had a diving back shoulder catch with Darius Slay on him. Two dogs fighting. Quez Watkins couldn't haul in a deep ball from Hurts, who couldn't haul in the pass after he was behind Slay. Jalen Hurts had a good throw to Devontae Smith on a comeback. Jalen Hurts then had another good throw to Dallas Goedert. Gardner Minshew and Grant Calcaterra are having a good connection. Minshew hit Calcaterra deep once again. Jordan Davis had a good day. Jason Huntley was getting those reps at kick return 1, followed by Allen Hightower and Covey. So, I heard Grant Calcaterra, left the field, with some trainers. He was having a solid camp from what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? He got a little banged up, landed awkwardly, but I'm hopefully he's fine. You know what I mean? The thing about Jalen Hurts throwing across his body, plays like that are the plays that you have to eliminate from your arsenal. You know what I mean? You're a dual threat quarterback. Either you're going to run with it, or you're going to just throw it into the dirt, man. I feel like throwing the ball into the dirt is being wildly, underrated in the National Football League. Tom Brady used to do it all the time. If the play didn't look good from the beginning, being as though he's not athletic enough to run, he's just going to throw it and get to the next play. Sometimes you got to be willing to do that. You know what I mean? You got to be willing to do that so you can stay in the pocket and deliver the ball and get the ball rolling. So, some numbers came out about the first team offense versus the first team defense on third downs, this afternoon. I'm not sure if these were all the third downs, but on 1 3rd and 3, it was a sack that took place there. On 1 3rd and 5, we had an incomplete. 1 3rd and 7, incomplete. 3rd and 9, first down. 3rd and 11, first down. This lets me know that, on these third down situations, it don't seem like the emphasis is there to, run the ball. Now, on 3rd and 3, I'm one of those guys that I don't mind if you run the ball right there. If you get positive yardage on a 3rd and 3 and make it 4th and inches or something like that, then we could do a quick QB sneak. But 3rd and 3 is a passing down in most situations in the National Football League. But taking sacks on third downs is also a learning curve. I don't really like it. I'm not really mad at the incomplete on the 3rd and 5, or I'm not mad at the incompletion on the 3rd and 7, because you can see right there that on the 3rd and 9 we were able to convert, and the 3rd and 11 we were able to convert. You know what I mean? The sack is the only bad play. You know what I mean? That's the one that you got to kind of eliminate right there. I'm not sure who the quarterback was, but it is what it is, man. The camp that some of these guys are having right now is opening in some eyes. You know what I mean? Marcus Epps being one of the biggest stories so far in camp is very, very tremendous. The way Slay and A.J. Brown have battled through these first 3 practices, very, very good work. Good work being put in. You got to understand, guys, this is practice, man. This is practice. So I'm not really I'm not really up or down on anybody in practice. You know what I mean? If Quez Watkins was burning Avonte Maddox, that don't mean Avonte Maddox shouldn't be starting at nickel. Avonte Maddox has proven that he could play that position week in and week out. Quez Watkins, is out there trying to make a name for himself. And that's what you got to do, man. You got to go out there and you got to put your best foot forward in practice so it can translate over on the field. You know what I mean? I think we're going to be okay. What's concerning to me is just really Jonathan Gannon. I'm not really too much worried about the offense, because our offense is not going to play a lot of the Eagles offenses that we see this year. For example, man, some reports I looked into San Francisco's camp, you know what I mean, to see how Trey Lance was doing, and he had a horrible day according to the guys at their camp over there in San Francisco. I think they threw 6 picks between him and our ex-guy Nate Sudfeld, and that happens. It's a learning curve thing. But the difference is this, man. The San Francisco media, they're making a lot of excuses for him. They're saying, A lot of guys from the first team wasn't there. You know what I mean? Yeah, he young. He got to learn. We got to have that same amount of patience for Jalen Hurts. We got to have that same amount of patience. Now, I'm not begging for mercy for him. What I'm saying is it's practice, though. It's practice. We've seen him do well enough to lead the team to the postseason. Let's work out the kinks and let these new pieces gel together, and let's see where the chips fall when the season start. Because when the season start, that's what matters. Those are the stats that matter to me. Those are the downs and the completions that I want to know about when the season starts. Right now, you don't know what these coaches are trying out right now. You don't know if they're trying to implement new things and the players are trying to get used to these new things, because there's a lot of new players. You got a lot of leeway now. You got a lot of different things you can try, and you try these things in the offseason to see how successful you could be when the season start. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Should we be still looking at Jesse Bates, or are we good with Marcus Epps? I've always been good with Marcus Epps. Let me know, man. Enjoy your weekend, though. Day 3 in the books. Still got some more camp to come to, man. I think we about 50 days away from Eagles football, so it should be good, man. Let me know what you think in the comments.